Hey guys, it's Claire. Today we're going to be making a simple and healthy lunch. I think it would be really great and fun if you were to make this with a parent or a family member or a sibling. And I'm going to show you all of the ingredients that we need to get started in just a minute. So let's go. So I'm going to be using my favorite container today, and the reason I am is because each corner is about 1 cup, just so I can demonstrate what it would look like to have a nice, healthy, and balanced meal. You can use a plate or another container or any other Tupperware if you like. So friends, the first item we need for our lunch is going to be cheese, and I have these cheese sticks that I just had lying around that will work great. Next up, we need some toothpicks. I have the flat-edged ones so they're not sharp for safety purposes. Moving on to protein, grab chicken, turkey, ham, or any meat that you have lying around. This is optional, but grab some peanut butter or ranch if you want to dip carrots and celery in it for later. For our lunch today, I'm going to be using these baby carrots. Now grab a lime or lime juice, but a lemon will work as well. Last but not least, we have our green grapes, and you don't really need too many of them, but I'm just showing this entire bag. Before we get started, let's go wash our hands together real quick and double check to make sure that we have all of our food items. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. First, we will need to get out our toothpicks. Next, grab your cheese and take it out of the package real quick. Time for us to cut up our cheese, so grab a family member to help you with this, or you do have the option to slowly break off pieces of the cheese and just kind of make it out into small chunks. Now grab your toothpick and start putting our little cheese cubes onto the toothpicks so we have a small cheese kebab. I kind of think it's fun to eat this way. I kind of like when my meals are fun or silly, and it kind of makes it better to eat, honestly. So I'm just going to finish putting all of my cheese onto the toothpicks and finishing up making my cheese kebabs. Great job so far, guys. Now that our cheese kebabs are done, let's go ahead and put them to the side or put them away in our container. Go ahead and grab your meat or protein source. It's really important for us to try to get different forms of protein, even if it's not meat throughout the day, just so we can fuel our bodies to give us energy. And I'm using turkey and bologna here actually, and we're just going to keep rolling them up together until they're all done. Make sure you have your family member or someone nearby to help you with this part where we are cutting up our rolls. And honestly, this is optional. If you don't want to cut it, you don't have to, but have your toothpicks handy, because what we're going to do is actually put our meat on the toothpicks, just kind of like our cheese kebabs. So we have our meat roll up and we have our cheese kebabs as our first 2 items in our lunch, and I'm just kind of putting them on the toothpick just like this, so they'll be perfect to store inside our container, great for a lunch, or great to just kind of have ready for a good snack. Now that that step is done, let's go ahead and grab our container or our plate and put our next item away for later, and let's get excited because we're moving on to our next part of our lunch recipe. So I went ahead and put some ranch in that little container, and now I'm grabbing my carrots or your celery, whatever you had around, or any vegetable, and we're just going to put it in our container as well. And I kind of like to package up the ranch or the peanut butter just so it's not touching everything, and you can put it away for later if you don't finish it now. Grab your lime juice and your grapes. It's time for my favorite part, the Sour Patch Kid grapes, and I'm using a mason jar to actually split the grapes. You don't really need a knife. I do recommend splitting the grapes so we're able to have the lime juice soak in, which is what makes it taste like a Sour Patch Kid if you like candy like I do. So using a mason jar to cut bread, sandwiches, grapes, fruit, or even the turkey and meat we used before is a really great and safe alternative if you do have a mason jar lid lying around. So I'm just going to finish cutting up these grapes, and then we're going to go ahead and squirt our lime juice onto our grapes. Alright, so I'm going to add the lime juice into the grapes now, and this is optional if you don't really like sour things. I thought it would be kind of fun to try to recreate a candy in a healthy way, so that's kind of my goal with this one here. This is the finished product now that we added our grapes in, and this looks really healthy and balanced. And don't forget to go ahead and add your water as well. Thanks for watching.